Hey guys, we are in day 123 in our Bible reading plan, Acts 22 through 24 and Psalm 122. Almost done with the book of Acts. Just a great story of how God works in and through his people. Not always easy, as the Apostle Paul shows us, but always fruitful. In fact, today's big idea is that the plots of men to derail and destroy you won't hold a candle to the plans that God has for your life. You might not be facing imprisonment, or maybe you are, but by the way, prisons can come in a variety of forms, but what you can be assured is that what Satan will use to destroy you, God will use to explode your influence and to transform you. It all depends on how you respond to what God is doing in your life and allowing in your life. Everything in your life is allowed by God. In fact, we see Paul in Acts 22 just facing a crowd of people, telling them he's a prisoner, he's been beaten, but he stands up and testifies. He just shares his testimony. If you're ever like, what do I tell people when I want to tell them about Jesus? How about you start by telling them exactly what it is that God has done in and through you? And so he does. He tells them step by step. He includes Ananias. It's awesome. I really like Ananias. And by the time he gets to the place where he has to prompt them to make a response themselves, they flip out. Now they're really enraged. They want to kill him at the end of chapter 22. So he ends up being kept in prison, but he has a secret weapon, a trump card, so to speak. It is that he is a Roman citizen, and he hasn't pulled it out till now. But now, just when they're about to kill him, he says, "Whoa, be careful! I'm a Roman citizen by birth." And this is huge because in that era, the Romans ruled the world, and he had it's like being an American and traveling places and coming under scrutiny and then standing up. Even here in the United States, be like, hey, excuse me, I'm not like me. My name is Lena Abujamra, and you be like, you're not American, but I am. But I'm not even American fully. I'm American by naturalization. But okay, let's use the example of my nieces and nephews. They have the same last name, and people will be like, oh, you're an immigrant or a foreigner, and they can be like, no, I'm born in this country, and that changes everything. That's what Paul does here, and God uses every bit of your story and your background and your family roots, everything about your life. Nothing is wasted. God has a plan for it. And so Paul gets to present the gospel to people that he never could have dreamed of doing so, even in his imprisonment. There's a plot to kill him, but again, God providentially arranges for his nephew to hear of the plot and for him to be moved. And again, even this moving is according to God's plan, because now he gets to go before Felix in Caesarea. And listen, I want to end with this. At the end of chapter 24, when 2 years had elapsed, Felix was succeeded by Porcius Festus, and desiring to do Jews a favor, Felix left Paul in prison. It was no short feat that Paul was in prison. You can think, well, oh, it's not a big deal. He was in prison. He was in prison for a long time. Reminded me of Joseph, who had to stay 2 extra years. And if you're constantly looking to get out of your prisons, you might miss the opportunities that God has for you right there in your prison cell. So let's look for those opportunities today. Let us be a light wherever God has placed us, whether in the prison or the palace, so to speak. I'm going to be praying for you. Let God have his way in your heart and rejoice in all he's doing in your life. Love you guys.